Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see it. And today we have a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, Stephen Curry recently made some comments, and he was talking about the state of affairs with the Golden State Warriors. As you guys know, the Warriors are the most recent dynasty that we've seen in the NBA, right? Winning, four NBA championships, going to multiple NBA finals. Just a dynastic situation. And in the process of that, they found a way to become the most valuable NBA team and also one of the most valuable sports franchises in the entire world. So kudos to them. And with all of that success comes pedigree, comes understanding, comes a way of doing things. But usually sometimes when we're looking at Pantheon great players, top 75 guys like Stephen Curry and others, there's always this kind of need to say, well, hey, man, we want to make sure we put the best team around him every single year to give him an opportunity to compete. But then Stephen Curry recently came out and made some comments that a lot of people reacted to, where he was just basically saying that, look, I understand that the organization wants to win now, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you end up hurting yourself down the road trying to chase success right now. That's probably unlikely. Well, these comments went viral and everyone started talking about it. They were even talking about it on ESPN First Take, basically talking about the perspective that Stephen Curry had, where he's selfless and all of that. Other stars are looking to maximize every single opportunity in terms of the years that they have with an organization to win a championship every single season. And they're not really concerned with what's going on in the future. So they were discussing this, I believe it was yesterday, yesterday on The Odd Couple with Rob Parker and his co-host Kevin. So they're talking about this. Rob Parker initially gives his initial thoughts. Then Kevin starts to talk and he gives his thoughts. Then Rob Parker just seems to start getting irritated because Kevin at one point said, I think the Lakers need LeBron. And then Rob was like, they don't need LeBron James and all of that. And then it got to a point where Rob Parker was basically saying, why does LeBron James feel like it is his birthright to win titles every single year or to be put in a position to win championships? And then got into this pretty heated conversation, which I believe is a conversation that a lot of NBA fans have amongst themselves. So I'm like, this would be something really good for us to get into here today. So what I want to do is I want to play the exchange between these gentlemen for you guys now, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Rob Parker and his co-host Kevin had to say to one another. Take a listen to that there.
But I'm telling you that you could also, if you're the Lakers, say to LeBron, we're not giving away everybody and everything just because we hope they went and got Anthony Davis.
Right.
They're lucky that they got that bubble championship, because if they didn't get that bubble championship, my God, what a bad
right. But you're telling them what they could
this would
do.
Be of Laker basketball.
You're telling them what they could do. I'm telling you what they literally have done for 50, 60 years. This is what they've done. This is literally what they've done. Kobe rotted out too long because they're honorable to their family. This is what he's part of our family. Jeannie Buss loves him. This is literally what they do, Rob. Then they faded away. Boo. Go get LeBron. Go get LeBron. Got LeBron. It's worked. They got a championship. And then, okay, it's fading. It's fading. They're going to go get the next. They're going to Anthony Edwards or something. This is what they do. And what I'm saying is the difference is when you go into business with LeBron, this is a business deal. He goes to the Heat. It's a business deal. I'm here 4 years. I'm out. Go back to Cleveland. I'm here 4 years. I'm out. Going to the Lakers.
That's not it. It's called he's just selfish, and he feels like this is the point I'm trying to make. Is Steph is not that.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Steph is realized, but it's not. LeBron is just selfish, and he believes there's some birthright that he has to be on a team that's vying for a championship, no matter if it's good health for the franchise long term or not. And I get it.
And that's
Jeannie
what I'm saying
Buss
about
has
the
agreed to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Has agreed to it, but that ain't the way that you have to run it, even if you're the Lakers. Because the Warriors don't have to do that. Steph Curry could act like, oh, yeah, well, they've done everything for him.
Right.
And he's still saying, you know what, I get
it. Because they have a mutual bond is my point. They have come to, this is what we've built, this is who we are. That's my point exactly with the Lakers. This is what proven to be what they've done. They are in business dealing with LeBron and all that it comes with it. They sat up here and signed his son. You don't think they're in business dealings with LeBron? His son, who you set up here, he shouldn't even been in the NBA. That proves my point that they're in a business dealing. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in the future. This is currently what they do. So what they've done is now say, we're signing LeBron. We're all in. LeBron comes and says, it's a package deal. I want the coach. I want my kind of guys.
How many players
I want all
that
the
they
clutch
let
players.
go that they talk about a lot. Oh, LeBron don't have this. Go back. We need this, need that. Those players were here.
They ended up being good
Those
players, but
players
that's
were
what I'm
here.
saying. They didn't take the time to develop.
So you heard what Rob had to say. Now, this is an interesting one. The reason it's interesting is because we see this manifest itself every single year. If you've been following NBA media for the last 10 to 15 years, that has been the conversation every single year as it pertains to LeBron. Because the standpoint the media has on the situation is that LeBron is so great. And if you're not maximizing his opportunities, you are wasting his abilities and his production and all of that. When in reality, that wasn't the case for all of the other Pantheon greats. But when it comes to LeBron, there's always this thing of, we need to ensure that he has enough. We need to ensure that he has enough. And the irony in all of this is, even when LeBron has had good enough teams, there are years when he doesn't get the job done. There are years when that has happened. Look at the situation that happened in Miami. He didn't get the job done there. There are years when he's had some good Cleveland Cavaliers teams that have won 60 plus games or whatever, and they haven't delivered on those promises. But the media is so infatuated with LeBron that they've created this narrative of, if this guy has enough help, he's going to win it all. When in the reality, that's not always the case. LeBron has a 40% winning percentage in the finals. 40%. So you're telling me you're good enough to get there, but you're not good enough to win it at all? I mean, look at the situation when they got blown out by the San Antonio Spurs by a record margin. A record margin, meaning no other NBA team had lost by a wider margin than the Miami Heat against the San Antonio Spurs. No other team had ever done that. But it always seems to be the battle cry for these people in media. Oh, LeBron doesn't have enough help. LeBron, and a lot of us out here saying, why is it always him? That wasn't the case with Kobe. Why does Kobe always need his help? Hell, I remember when Kobe had players that weren't really that good. You got to get it done, man. You got to figure it out. Let's see what you got. You say you don't want Shaq to be there. You got to figure it out. Even with MJ at a certain point when he was playing in his career, you got to figure it out. If you're this good, you got to figure it out. You got to make it happen if you're this good. But when it's LeBron, LeBron is so great and you guys are not giving him enough help. It goes back to that same narrative, which is LeBron never has enough help. That's always where it goes back to. And Rob Parker is asking himself, why does LeBron feel, and his supporters and people in media that support him feel like as if it's his birthright to win every single year? There are a lot of great players in the NBA that deserve to win. Why is it only him? There have been a lot of great players in the history of the sport. Why is it only him? There have been some players in the NBA that have done things for their organizations to ensure that they have an opportunity to win. Case in point, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan has taken pay cuts, all kind of stuff to ensure that the San Antonio Spurs remained a competitive team, and he did that. And that's why they were able to win championships with players like David Robinson, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard himself. He always helped the organization be flexible financially. And I know that gets into an entire conversation where athletes, I'm not giving the organization what you. But the point is, there are people that have tried to be flexible, that have been flexible in the past. But for LeBron, it's never that. It's always like it's his right to win. Every single year we come back. Why doesn't LeBron need more help? Because it ain't his year. There are other dudes that are out there that are better teams. You can't have it your way every single year, man. So I thought it was pretty surprising that Rob Parker is doing it. And you know what? I got to say something. I'm surprised at how Rob has been going at LeBron over the last few months. It's surprising. Because in all of this, I believe Rob Parker said he has LeBron as the second or third greatest player of all time. I don't know. So I'm surprised to see him be this critical of a player he ranks so high. And it would be interesting to understand why Rob Parker ranks LeBron James so high if he has all of these feelings about him, right? All of these reservations about him. But that's a story for another day. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.